10-year-old Kayla Allen remains in critical condition tonight after police say she, along with her mother and sister, were shot by her father at the Cracker Barrel in Brooklyn last night. 10-year-old Carrie and 42-year-old Katie both were killed. 51-year-old Kevin Allen, father, was shot and killed by police after refusing to surrender. Good evening, I'm Chris Flanagan. Danita's off tonight. Now, new developments are emerging tonight about the troubled relationship that ended in tragedy. News Channel 5's Deb Lee joins us now. And Deb, you spoke with a longtime friend and confidant of Katie Allen tonight. What did he tell you?
Well, he told me that his dear friend who lost her life at this restaurant here last night was a very loving and caring person who truly would have given you the shirt off of her back. He told me that Kevin Allen had created a disturbance with Katie at the mall where she worked just yesterday morning, and he said security had to be called. Her friend Doug says Katie Allen feared for her life. She left her husband Kevin earlier this week, but she thought she'd be safe meeting him at this restaurant Thursday night.
She's been staying with friends, kind of hiding out, and he wanted to see his girls because it was one of their birthdays on Thursday night, and she didn't want to go back to the house because she was in fear of her life, so she had made arrangements to do a public dinner.
Tim Bainline of the Domestic Violence and Child Advocacy Center says that's a common situation for domestic violence victims with children.
Although she was trying to protect those children, in my opinion, trying to protect those children by meeting in a public place, she still, I would imagine, wanted her daughter to have her father at her birthday party. And he was probably pressuring her to get there at the birthday party.
Bainline says women in abusive relationships are at 75% greater risk of being killed after they leave. You see, there's no absolute way for a woman to protect herself from someone who wants to harm her. But there are things that will reduce the risk, like reaching out to a domestic violence organization, as well as family and friends, and getting a restraining order. Bainline says it's all about the perpetrator's exertion of power and control to get the spouse back. I asked Doug if that was the case with Kevin Allen.
From my take talking to Kate, that it wasn't all that he wanted her back, he didn't want anybody else to have her.
Now, if you'll look behind me, you can see there where a small memorial is starting around the tree outside the Cracker Barrel. People have come. It appears they have put some flowers and perhaps a small balloon there in honor of Katie Allen. Now, when you contact a helpline, they can help you develop a domestic violence safety plan, whether you decide to stay or to go. Sometimes it's safer to stay, sometimes safer to go. But there's a counselor who can help you decide what your best option may be. So if you go to our website, log on to newsnet5.com, and we will link you to the Domestic Violence and Child Advocacy Center, where you can get much more information and get their helpline number. That number is 216-391-HELP. Live in Brooklyn, Deb Lee, News Channel 5.